What is good, Foundation Nation? Today we have a very special treat for you. We're going to be heading out to the Ivy Hill Golf Club. We get to play a little flex start action on the world's course, quote unquote. So essentially what you're about to see is this is just the first test layout. Huge shout out to Nate Heinold, Ledgestone, Jamie with Ledgestone, and then the whole Ivy Hill golf crew for allowing us to be out there in general and also get this set up and everything. The course is in its semi-permanent flow. So like where hole 1 is where hole 1's gonna be, but the basket locations, pin locations, and especially the OB is all gonna be changed slightly as we get closer to Worlds. The OB is probably gonna be more than slightly changed. This is in a good layout just to get some play in, let people test it out, make sure it's flowing well, make sure it all works out well. But there's gonna be a lot of changes before you see it for Pro Worlds. So this is a good way to just kind of see the property, see what's in store for Worlds coming up, see how tough it plays for Trevor and I in this windy, rainy condition we're about to play in. But remember, keep it in mind, this isn't the full put together package design. This is just the first test, temp baskets, temp tees, temp locations, to kind of give you a little preview of what's gonna be happening for Worlds here at Ivy Hill. So let's throw it over the course, hop into the round. Hole 1 out here, 750 foot, par 4. You got a little golf green in front of you, kind of OB. The water actually past that wasn't OB today, but it should have been.
Wasn't a huge
Hopefully we
deal.
don't find it. It was very windy out here today.
At the beginning, it wasn't crazy bad, but by the end of the day, it was like a real problem.
Yeah.
It was kind of at the beginning of the day, just like, hey, you should probably pay attention to it.
I was happy with that shot.
Yeah, I short-armed this one a little bit, but like if you're taking that hyzer out to the right, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
You just kind of make sure you push it far enough, and yeah, those are just fine. This one, I had a debate going for this because that path is OB, but I just made sure I kept it on Annie.
Ooh, that was closer than I thought.
It got very close.
From my angle, it did not look that close.
I had to really force it over.
I was pissed. So you can see that branch above me. Yeah, I couldn't do a run up because of that. So I had to go a little standstill action. And
this was a really bad shot, and you
I got
very
saved.
saved by that curve.
That is where I'm safe. Little jump putt up, take a par, walk away.
Yeah, you caught the good part of the curb.
I don't know. I still don't know how I stayed in.
Putting performance getting started for the day.
Yeah, Trevor.
That one actually didn't look too bad.
Make it rain.
There's my.
You know what? Even through one, I was happy with.
I was fine with it too.
All right, we have 377 foot uphill par 3, tight OB on the right, OB deep, OB left.
This hole looked a lot easier until we got up there and realized how tight it is up there.
This one flipped up a little bit on me, grip locked. I was 100% positive that was OB, but I somehow snuck just right over the OB
You got to
line.
edge though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So you got that amount of flip. I threw this pretty well.
That's a great shot.
But I left it way short because once again I was just kind of short arming it a little bit. I was a little scared. So I had this jumper and I was at this point just kind of like throwing it in the basket. Pars were good for me out there. I just wanted pars. Hunter, early opportunity.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have been one under through 2.
Couple pars. Good putt though on that par putt. That was sick.
Hole 3 is 750 foot par 4. You're throwing from OB over the cart path. There's red stakes to the right. Those aren't OB, but there is a bunker about 3 feet behind the basket that plays as a hazard. So this is just get something in play.
Well, and right was
and
like
go from there.
It was like natural OB, but this was the shot basically just push out the hyzer as much as possible. Although it does play kind of far. Like we learned that because you'll see my drive. I let go of this one kind of early.
Don't spoil it for him, man.
Yeah, a little bit low and early. So
yep.
it's fine. But because it was so short, like I had a lot.
Yeah, you had a lot. To
I had like
there.
400, I think. So yeah, and that green is terrifying. So at this point, I'm throwing this shot like. Let me just try to keep it in play. And I stayed away from the bunker, bottom of the hill. I was fine with that.
Yeah,
Play it for par.
The bunker is literally like 5 to
right
10 feet
behind it.
left of the basket.
Hunter
from
in
this
much
angle.
better position.
That was a grip lock. You can probably tell.
It flipped up a little on you too, though.
Okay, thank you.
It did. You didn't expect it to flip that much.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't expect it to flip that much. I was trying to just like nose up, lay this up.
I forgot about this.
And then Trevor said, "You madman." I was like, I was trying to lay it up, and it just rolled right in the bunker.
Yeah,
right in it.
There's like Hunter's first like bad mistake of the day.
Let's not spoil anything by saying first here, okay? That
well,
up to this point.
Well, you think we made this
up
whole
to this
video?
Point, that's my only bad mistake. Let's put it that
you
way.
think we're gonna make it through the whole video without making any more?
350 foot par 3, not really too much OB to worry about.
This is the most boring hole, and yeah,
Trevor.
The low ceiling really got. Hey, you couldn't really tell I hit the ground though, so let's just pretend I didn't.
That's true.
Let's just pretend I didn't.
Through this FD, get a little flip up out of it.
That was sick.
That was a pretty good shot.
I left it. I was very disappointed in this one because this was such an easy hole, but at the very least, I threw a good upshot.
There you go.
You know, I was happy with that.
Little 25-footer for a birdie. When that putt went in, I was like, I might win this tournament. That was where my head was at that point.
We were all thinking it.
Because I threw that putt, it felt very good.
This one, the first of the mountain climbs.
Yeah, this thing is so far uphill. 850-foot par 5. You can't quite
where
see
they're
the
standing
basket.
on that tier is like where
you can't see the basket.
Yeah, that tier up there is like where you'd want to land because if you're not on it, you have weird footing. Although I will say Hunter turning it over here to the right got some decent footing over
Not
there.
what I was trying to do, but once we got up there, I was very excited that that's what I did do.
Yeah, I actually threw a good drive here. Like I put a decent amount of snap on it.
Man, you can see it's really starting to rain out there at this point.
But the problem is, look where I land. Right on the uphill.
It doesn't look that bad from the tee, but then when you get there, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's
this
very
was
vertical.
my Archon. Spoiler alert! It does this to me a lot today.
Those uphills
It was supposed to really turn over and glide for me. Hyzered out right behind a tree.
That looked like I threw a roller, but I kind of just I flexed the forehand up there, just trying to lay up. Had this little upshot. It's very tight. I actually threw a good shot here. Was happy with that.
I had nothing here, so just up and over.
This was a good effort because that fence is OB, right? So for you to not let it stall out was a good effort. Like that you got a good look here. Didn't do anything with it, but it was a good look.
If only I could have converted there.
Speaking of good looks.
No. You didn't say look good. You said good look.
Yeah.
You looked good through a really bad putt.
There's birdie miss number 2
This
for me.
isn't an 850-foot par 5 at all. That's wrong. It's about 350 downhill par 3, OB, cart path and beyond to the right there.
Sick one, Connor.
Yeah, sick. I'm throwing this. We had a massive head right to left, so I went with a enforcer wide, letting it just swing back in.
Yeah.
Looked great. And then this,
This thing rolls forever.
I'm always one to say, like, if I throw a bad shot, I threw that about how I wanted to.
Yeah, you didn't throw a bad shot.
And I just,
you got bad ground
when we
action.
got up there, if I would have thrown it 4 feet farther, I would have been at like a 25-footer. Instead, I'm OB. That thing's still rolling. I was way OB.
This one, I believe, is listed at like 420 feet, par 3.
I think it's a little shorter because that, I think
It played shorter, but they listed it over 400.
I think the intention, though, is where your drive went back in those woods, is that's more for where it is going to be, I think was the intention.
Okay.
I'm not 100% positive.
Yeah, I just threw it as hard as I could, basically.
That layup left a lot to be desired there. So you can see where I'm at. Come on, Hunter.
Yeah, that's tough.
I honestly didn't remember. I didn't remember.
I forgot about that one.
Dang it. All right. Well, that sucks. At this point on the live scoring, I was 96 over par. So that's actually what we're talking about.
First signature hole of the day right here.
Yeah, 420-foot island hole.
And that is a lot
carry.
more slanted towards the water than it looks from this angle. When you get over there, it's a ramp.
The island's pretty big. It's about 310, 320 to carry. Yeah. And we were throwing into a ripping headwind.
I went eagle. Yeah, I was trusting this eagle into the headwind a lot, and I was very pleased with that.
Fantastic shot.
That was the first time I threw that disc that day, and I was like, okay, it's going to be stable. Perfect.
I went with my little S-line PD hyzer flip.
This is a good shot.
I just wanted to get in bounds.
Yeah.
After what happened to me last hole.
The island's big enough, and the water line is kind of low right now, so that helped us, honestly.
Yeah, and
but
this one I was just trying to get up and down.
Yeah, you can tell now how vertical it is.
You still really can't, but...
Hey, there's number 3.
Don't count them, Trevor. You don't want to do that to yourself.
Number 3, short birdie putt miss. I forgot I had 3 this quick. I could have been off and running.
Well, on the live scoring, you were 500 through 6. Our live scoring was all kinds of jacked up. Hole 8, 650-foot par 4, straight up the hill. There's actually OB that outjuts around the tree that you see up there. And then the cart path and beyond's OB on the left. So
you could definitely go roller on this one.
Could have, yeah.
I kind of just ripped out the turnover and just put it in play.
I went with my photon here. I normally don't throw it backhand, but I was kind of vibing with it in warm-ups, so I just ripped it, and why not?
In hindsight, though, we needed to get more aggressive.
You wanted to be a lot more right.
Because we had a lot of distance. There it is.
Yeah, we all knew that was coming. Well, the people at home didn't.
See if we get the best part.
Yeah, that was OB, by the way. Just straight OB. It sucked.
Here it comes. And
then I just accepted it. And right there.
That's the moment that Hunter's neck is never the same.
I'm still in pain from that moment there.
What just happened?
Trevor's little upshot.
Also, we missed my second shot. I threw it out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering what happened.
Yeah, I tried to throw like a similar shot to Hunter and left it short, and then I chipped up.
All right, so Trevor went OB, I went OB. Lots of bad to move on to this hole. 750-foot par 4, OB right. Questionable OB left. I'll explain that when we get there. Basically, just get something over this golf green and play.
This is a tricky hole, and yeah, I pulled it over, and I did not think in any realm of possibility that was coming back in bounds. And I got
didn't
the
even remember
skip.
that shot.
Yeah,
that was way wider than I thought.
Yeah,
that was rough.
I was very happy to get that skip.
I just started throwing this enforcer because I could trust it. There's a chameleon enforcer.
This hole was tough because this is the first hole. The wind was a huge factor because it's narrow the whole way.
Yeah, you can tell by that golf flag. The wind is really whipping.
it was there, man. It was there.
This shot, I was trying to get a little flip up out of it into that headwind. I didn't get much flip, and then I just get a massive skip.
Yeah.
This should have been OB, probably, but
it wasn't marked.
It wasn't, and the reason it wasn't marked is Jamie, shout out to Jamie, who ran this flex start. He came out here and flagged all the OB, and he did a fantastic job. And on that left side, he flagged the OB, and then apparently someone... I guess maybe he went too far in their backyard or something.
And they took him up.
They pulled all the flags.
That makes sense.
So we were going from like the corner last flag to this like white stake, and there was like 150 feet, and we couldn't tell what was in or out, and so we just called me in, and I was very happy about that.
A bad upshot I threw. Oh, there's number 4.
Trevor, dude. And then this, I was very upset.
That was a mess of a hole.
You gotta convert when you're gifted something like that.
That was a mess.
Yeah, I didn't convert. The hole 10, 850-foot par 5.
Way downhill.
Way downhill. This was changed for the collegiate event that happened the next day to a par 4. For the pros, it's going to be pushed more up the hill. I think it'll probably still be a par 4. Yeah, this course is going to look a lot different come Worlds, but it'll be in the same general flow.
This is a fun tee shot. I hit this one really well.
Yeah, that's a
crush. From the looks of it, it looks perfect, but I was actually pretty close to the left OB when we got down there.
So left OB isn't cart path, it's the property line down there. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I went with my Big Z Zeus,
you smushed
and
this.
I just trusted it, and that thing got a very good flight.
Yeah, we didn't realize just how short this is playing as a par 5 until we got down there.
Also, that right to left crosswind was brutal. It was just tossing things left. So that Trevor's in bounds here. The OB line's farther left than
so I'm trying to swing the drone wide. I really needed to get this up and down for that eagle putt, and I just left it too wide. That was a bummer. The wind was pushing it down.
That was a bummer.
And I should have read it off the previous shot, and I didn't.
I went with my Toro.
Yeah, Hunter actually read the wind.
To be honest with you, I just acted like the wind didn't exist because I didn't know what the heck happened.
You read it
like
a book.
So I just threw.
That was a great shot.
I was happy with it.
And so I was left with this for eagle.
That is so depressing for that angle.
That was very close.
You're very close. Had a little drop in, quote unquote, eagle. Would have been a birdie.
I'll take the free bird there.
Free bird, Leonard Skinner, 330 downhill, par 3, OB golf green, bunker places a hazard right behind the basket.
This is the first hole I felt was like typical golf course golf, where like the bunker is just chilling there.
Yeah,
but it's a good hole.
Terrifying. I was the wind dummy, so I went with my Toro. I thought I threw this perfect. I was like, even right there, I thought it was perfect.
So
and
short.
now you realize, wow, that is 65 short.
So I dissed up to a drone and like really pumped it, but I didn't take it wide enough. And so I was kind of just like, well, I hope I don't end in the bunker. Ended up skipping left of the bunker. So I was in bounds, but it was a little sketchy.
I just laid this puppy up. Short.
A little scary.
My layups were terrible today.
Yeah.
This day, whatever this was.
I had a nice one there.
Yeah, that is how you want to do a layup.
How you made that putt, though.
Capitalized. Come on.
Hey, we're hanging in there.
Let's go. 600-foot par 4 downhill. Played probably like 440, 450. Didn't play very long. OB cart path left. Nothing to worry about right. Well, death right, but no.
It's natural
no
OB basically.
This didn't flip up enough for me, but I was happy.
So Hunter's drive gets that far on that shot, so I'm like, all right. I was planning on just throwing an easy hyzer and getting my birdie. I'm like, no, I'm gonna try and make an eagle, and I turned it all the way over.
Yeah.
This hole I have a lot of regrets with because it's such an easy birdie, and I threw it into like the nastiest, grossest. Like, this is what I'm doing out of there.
Yeah.
I was being stabbed by like 1,000 barbs.
Brutal. Who's Barb?
Yeah, and instead of having a jump putt up for birdie, now I have to like throw an upshot to get up and down for par.
That's a well thrown upshot.
Luckily, my upshots were working because I would have been distraught if I had made bogey.
I threw an upshot with my Toro there. It was very windy. Man, speaking of wind,
I say
Connor's getting blown around there. All right, tap out bird. We're tied up. We're knotted up like two snakes in a handbag. Hole 13, 650, par 4. You got to get across this ravine here. And then the basket's up on the little platform over there to the left. Once you get across this ravine, not a lot of OB. Oh, I threw. I grip locked very far
Yeah,
right.
that was like the one thing you didn't want to do is end up over there. It just makes the hole long. I let this go a little bit high.
Were you scared it wasn't going to cross the creek?
No, I knew it was going to cross once it started
actually
to turn.
got a good turn, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't get as far forward as I wanted, but I was more left, and that helps.
I was getting aggressive here, decided to go with a roller, and I got it down too early.
Yeah.
I needed to get it down just a little bit later. But in my mind, I was like, oh, I can just scramble out of those woods.
This ceiling is really tough. I also had some really bad footing there, and I needed to disc up, I think, and hit that line a little better, but that's a tough spot where that pin is. Hunter just...
Let's not talk about
just
it.
chopping on this one.
Yeah. That was me running that putt.
So I had this for
by the way I hit
birdie.
the lock.
Left it short.
That scorecard graphic kind of blocked it. You couldn't tell what happened.
No, you know.
Hole
it was a
14,
tap-in.
700-foot par 4. You kind of got to hit this gap.
This is like the first
And then you have-
real gap hit of the day.
Yeah, property line, OB, straight. So basically just get out there and get left.
So I didn't know how much left would be important.
Ooh.
I got lucky there. I snuck. And once we get out there, we realized left was important. But because like you have the right gap and the left.
You could drive a semi-truck through either of the gaps, but I said no.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That sucked. So then now I was like, I think I might be able to get up and down. No.
Well, definitely not. The hole is like so far left out there.
And then I was like, it's okay. I'm in the middle. Now I can get up and down.
It's like
And this one, I was actually happy with this shot. It just didn't. If it would have flipped over a little bit, I might have been able to get to like a.
the hole is just far on this one. Like
Yeah.
it was way out there because I got as left as like you'll usually
It
get.
originally was supposed to be up on this hillside to the left over there, but it was
Yeah.
such nasty conditions. They just pushed it down to the middle of the field.
I should have dissed up and thrown a different shot anyways, but I left it way short and I was really disappointed.
Long jump putt. I just got big putted on this putt. The other person on our card hit like a 90-footer.
Yeah.
For their, oh! Connor's camera got carried out of his
so
hand by the
funny.
wind. He had his umbrella attached to his camera monopod, and he took off like Mary Poppins there.
I didn't do anything exciting on that. It was just a layup anyways. And yeah, I missed
This
that
is
thing.
brutal. Hole 15, 800 feet, straight uphill, cart path and beyond.
Probably
on
the
the
hardest
left,
hole.
OB. Right was death. Multiple T little like landing areas.
This is the hardest hole.
You just got to get something in bounds off this
The
tee
OB
shot.
was so tough. And this was like the worst shot I threw all day.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Because the wind was
And
so
the cut,
strong.
and the cut roll OB.
Out of bounds, yeah.
Brutal.
The wind was so strong, tailwind.
I was like, the Archon is so flippy. I'm gonna just throw it. It'll flip up, ride for me. Nope.
yeah, that tailwind was
Tailwind
so
plus the
strong.
uphill, and then I get a little counter skip, fade right OB.
Yeah.
Perfect, Hunter. Great job.
This shot was tough. I was going uphill. I did throw a good one though. Like that was a very important shot for me to just stay in bounds and get forward. And that's my honey. That's my most flippy disc, and it's like not even flipping over.
Archon time. Wonder what's gonna happen here.
This is
Oh my god.
This would have been detrimental if it wasn't for that right there.
Oh, I
That was
forgot.
gonna go OB.
Saved by the
and I was
curb.
saved by the curb.
This is another one where you're just like you're going so
It is
uphill.
you can't tell how uphill this is.
like literally it's
Archon, baby.
yeah.
This time I finally learned I can throw this disc flat and it'll still hide
That was a
because
pretty
of
good
how
shot.
uphill it was. So that would give me like a 25-footer for my par save, I believe.
Yeah, that was a good upshot for me there. I was very happy to get out of there with.
Oh, what just happened?
I don't, that
good.
was your missed putt. Yeah.
We don't have to talk about it then.
then
We
Jane
don't have
out
to
the
talk about
comebacker.
it. I was staring at nothing behind that basket. You're just on a hillside. There's just death behind it, and I took a 7 there, I believe. Hole 16, 1,100-foot par 5. You're throwing straight towards the cart path, and there's a fairway bunker that plays as a hazard on the left side.
Not
and
a
then
ton
there's
of trouble,
OB
though.
on the right, but you have plenty of room to air it out because us normal mortals can't reach that.
I didn't even
bunker,
throw
don't
a
think.
good drive, and even with that, the hole didn't play super difficult. Hunter threw a pretty decent one here. He actually took advantage of the space out there.
I don't even know. I think that was my Zeus.
Because this hole was playing eagleable if you really like
You
got
had to
after
pump,
it.
though.
Yeah,
You needed to get a little more right.
but like the way we were playing it was just kind of like chip. This was another slippy bad shot.
Yeah, that
And
wasn't-
I mean,
that did
I
not
threw
look good.
I threw 2 bad shots and had a putter in for
Yeah.
get up and down for birdie. So like you
Theirs
could
was
definitely
a big
eagle
old headwind, so I just went with my enforcer, aimed it at the OB, let it fade in.
because I
and
think
just
DW eagled it.
worry about it
If I
later.
remember correctly.
That makes sense.
Because I
They
mean,
changed it to a par 4 for the weekend.
well, it should be, yeah. Because like when I look back at it, I mean, I threw 2 really bad shots, and all I had to do here, that putter was misthrown, but the grass stuck me real close. I got fortunate there.
It was my little Glow PA3, swinger wide.
Dude.
Crushed it.
Hunter also stuck, but yeah, he kind of sauced it a little bit. Made the putt.
Made the putt though, huh? That was a spinner into a headwind. I was proud of that
couple
putt.
Birds.
Hole 17, 350-foot par.
This hole's so sick.
It was actually playing shorter than that. It was probably about 290, but
Yeah.
OB short, obviously in the water. OB deep. There's a creek back
It's like
there.
20 feet past the pin.
So you don't have much room to do anything.
And
Trevor just turns it.
I turned it over trying to go right at it, but that's where the safety is.
Yeah, no, that was fine.
So that worked out.
I, for some reason, thought I'll just throw a hyzer, not realizing there's a whole tree there, Hunter. And so I just kick off the tree straight over.
Like, you have to go at that pin.
You have to go at it.
It really is.
Then I had this putt to save my par.
That was a
And,
valiant effort.
It was a scary one with how my putter was going, though.
I just had to lay this up. That was the scariest layup I had all day. Like, those branches there, cut
Now I
that
have
off.
this for my bogey.
That was a decent putt, though.
Yeah. My putter was like feeling okay out there. I just was giving myself putts for big numbers. Hole 18,
This hole is
par
something
5,
else.
1,200 footer. You're going straight for a long ways, and then you're going to do a dog leg right, and then just straight up the hill.
This hole is literally...
You basically throw a drive, and then you play hole 15.
Yeah. This hole is literally like...
Was that a roller attempt?
No, I was just trying to
Okay.
throw a turnover, and I turned it too much. I don't think I could reach this hole for birdie ever.
No, I just wanted to par, but I did want to get aggressive with a roller, and I thought I threw this
I
incredible
thought
out of
you
my
did,
hand.
too.
And I still don't fully know what
I think
happened.
it must have hit something weird on the side hill.
Our card mates were claiming that landed in the ditch and popped out. I just walked
It
there. That didn't land in the ditch.
might have.
Now, if you're wondering, Hunter, that kind of looks like it's OB. It is 75 feet OB. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck I did there.
Not a good one.
It was a terrible shot. Terrible shot.
This shot was a good shot for me. I mean, at this point, I was just trying to make sure I didn't fade right and then just clear that water.
Yeah, that property line's OB.
Because once you throw that second shot, then it becomes a little more straightforward. That one, man.
I don't know why everyone's freaking out about that shot. That was exactly what I was trying to do.
Well, no, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying it was crazy watching your disc like a foot hovering over the OB up there.
I was just trying to throw a hyzer, get myself on the tee pad, and I thought maybe from that tee pad I can get up there.
From this point, I'm just trying to get myself up there to get up and down for par. Like, I threw 3 full power shots, and I'm like 200 feet out.
Yeah.
Like, look at that basket right there. It is so far.
So far uphill.
Like, this is what I had now. And I didn't even think I threw a good one, but it stalled luckily and sat. But that's what I had to do to make par. And I didn't throw any shots that were like awful.
Chain out, double bogue for me, I believe.
Yeah.
Finish at 7 over. Very upsetting round all around, but a great time. So there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed. Again, just a reminder that wasn't the exact World's course. There's going to be a lot of updates, changes. We'll try to get back out there as some of those happen to kind of keep you informed and let you know what's going on. But the property out there is incredible, and the general design, the flow, works really well. Once they move the pin locations back a little bit, bring some of the OB in tighter, they're going to have themselves one heck of a World's course. So super excited for that to be going down in 2024. If you have the chance to drive out here and watch Worlds when it goes down, please do so. It's going to be a great time. We're super excited. We're blessed and grateful to be able to even be in the area that a World Championship is coming, and we're very thankful again to Ledgestone, Ivy Hill, everyone that allowed us to be out there and get this round out for you all to kind of watch and just see the general flow of what the course is going to kind of be like when Worlds rolls around. So hopefully you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.